Hello everyone, my name is Javian and today I'm going to be teaching you guys on a type of drug, okay? There's many types of drugs out there, many illegal, and when you're around these types of drugs, you're going to want to know what to do in these situations, and the best way to make those decisions is to know, well, what are those drugs and how does it affect you? So today I'm going to teach you guys about phencyclidine, and for short, we'll call it PCP. So, what is PCP? PCP is of the hallucinogenic variety, okay? It's going to affect your brain, and that's why people take PCP, is for the mind-altering benefits that you get from that type of drug. So, what does it look like? It comes in many different forms. It can be a powdery substance, it can be a crystal substance, a liquid, and then in a capsule form, right? So when you're taking these different forms of PCP, there's many ways that you could take it. So you could, with the liquid version, you would inject it into your arm. For the powdered substance, you could smoke it or you could snort it. For the crystal version, it's not something that you would typically consume, but it is a form of PCP. And then for your capsules, of course, you would swallow those types of things, okay? So now, how long do these things stay in your system? So there's different ways that a doctor or maybe a police officer could see what is in your system. So there could be a hair test. It stays in your hair for about 90 days. They could do blood work, and it stays in your blood for about 3 days, okay? Saliva, it stays in there, I believe, 15 to 30 days. And then for your urine, it's about 30 days. It's still gonna be in your system. So, okay, it could be already consumed or it could be on your person, right? What happens if it's on your person, okay? Here are the legal ramifications for having PCP on you, okay? For about 100 grams to 999 grams, it's going to be, I believe, 5 years, 5 to 40 years. Or you could receive a fine from $2 million to $4 million. And that's just for your first offense. For your second offense, it's for still 100 grams to 999 grams. It's going to be 10 years to life in prison. And then it bumps up from I believe, a $4 million fine to $8 million fine. And you can be sentenced and receive the fine or both, right? So now let's talk about 1 kilogram of PCP on your person. For your first offense, it's going to be 10 years to life. And then you're going to have to serve a $4 million fine. And for your second offense, it's going to be 20 years to life. And then you're going to have to serve an $8 million fine. And of course, you could be sentenced, fine, or both. All right, so that's what's going to happen if you have PCP on your person, okay? Now, what are the side effects of PCP? What are I'd say, the negatives of taking that substance? Because the positive would be the mind-altering, effects of PCP, but the negative things that it can do psychologically, it can increase your anxiety levels. It can make you confused. It can make you very angry. Physically, it can numb you. And some of the extreme effects, right? It can cause stroke, okay? And it can cause respiratory issues, high blood pressure. Very bad for you all around, okay? So that's PCP and its side effects. Now, one big thing that happens is that it can make you a very angry person, okay? With PCP and their side effects, I say the 3 main things that you should understand, right? It does cause numbness, it does cause confusion, and it can make you a very angry person, okay? When you mix those 3 things together, it can be very hard to, operate in stressful situations. So Another example is, let's say you see a person getting arrested. He's fighting off three people, and he's been tased and he's not affected. It's because, one, he can't operate correctly because he's confused. His tempers are high, he's angry. And then three, he's numb. He can't feel anything. He can't feel the taser. Typically, when you see things like that, it's probably because that person is on PCP. So those are a couple things about PCP, what it does to you, what will happen to you if you take it. So hopefully you can use that and that information to make the right decisions when you are presented with such a drug. So have a good one.